Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. There is a fight coming up in early July that you really need to know about because this fight might be the most exciting fight of the summer. And it's a meaningful fight because it involves a rapidly developing urban legend who has a legion of fans that swears that he is the best at 147 pounds, which is Floyd Mayweather's division. That fighter is unbeaten Kell Brook, and he's taking on one of my personal favorites, a fighter named Carson Jones. This fight is going to be loaded. Kell Brook is the more talented fighter, no question about it, right? He calls himself the Special One or Special K, depending on the day of the week, right? He definitely is the more talented fighter. But the way I'm recommending people play this is simply to take both guys by knockout, because Carson Jones, while he doesn't have spectacular talent, he has spectacular attitude. And this is that rare fight where an up-and-coming prodigy is going to be forced to show us his greatness. I don't see this fight going the distance. Understand the risk. I did not see the Vitaly Klitschko-Shannon Briggs fight going the distance, and Briggs somehow survived that fight. I did not see the Saul Alvarez-Shane Mosley fight going the distance, and somehow that fight did. I don't know how Shane Mosley survived. All I'm saying is understand the risk. If this fight magically goes the distance, as did Brook's recent fight against Matthew Hatton, then you would lose it all. Let's talk about the fight. You know, Kell Brook has hand speed. He's two-handed. He can take you out with either hand. He hits hard. He typically, offensively, overwhelms opponents, right? In the Matthew Hatton fight, Matthew Hatton was able to survive that fight. But it was pretty obvious by the 9th round that all Matthew Hatton was doing was surviving. Kell Brook literally was inflicting a world of hurt. He is an offensive juggernaut. Now, he's also fought some quality opposition. In addition to Matthew Hatton, who went the distance with Saul Alvarez, he also fought former champion Rafael Jakowicz. Right? Now, I thought that fight was stopped prematurely, I believe, in something like the 6th round. But the point is simply that Kell Brook was winning that fight. Jakowicz, a defensively minded fighter, was on the defensive for most of the fight. Right? Kell Brook literally puts you on the defensive. Here are the problems. These are the things we're going to find out in this fight. Right? It's unclear whether Kell Brook can fight inside. Let me also point out, too, that I don't care who you are. Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko. At the elite level, in this violent sport, sooner or later you're going to get hit and you're going to get hurt. Now, Kell Brook is kind of like Mike Tyson was early in his career. We haven't seen him hurt in a fight, right? He's like Roy Jones was early in his career, pre-Tarver. We really don't know how Kell Brook is going to react when he gets hurt, right? We haven't seen Kell Brook forced to clinch, forced to buy time, forced to hold onto an opponent, spin an opponent, for survival, not style points, but for survival, right? We really don't know how he's going to react to pain. Let me also point out, too, that he's young. He uses his legs for defense, right? You'll notice as you watch a Kell Brook fight, he throws, lands a few punches. The opponent throws, Kell Brook moves away, right? Kell Brook is not there to get hit. Now, that's a great style, right? Kell Brook is unmarked. But what that means is that it's unclear what will happen if an opponent cuts off the ring on Kell Brook. Doesn't give him anywhere to back away from, right? If Kell Brook is pinned on the ropes, who is he? Is he Floyd Mayweather? In other words, you think you have him pinned on the ropes, but yet Mayweather's actually winning the round. Mayweather is countering you to death, right? James DeGale, again, you think you have James DeGale on the ropes, but you're the one getting battered. Is he that guy, or is he Amir Khan, where you have him on the ropes, he can't go anywhere, the speed is neutralized, right, because you're inside of his arm's reach, you're bent over like Lamont Peterson, you're hitting him to the rib cage, and he can't do a lot about it. What happens if Kell Brook gets pinned? We might find out in this fight. Now let's talk about Carson Jones. You know, I openly admit I like Carson Jones, but I don't consider Carson Jones to be a spectacular talent. I don't believe he is that talented, right? He has a lazy jab. He pulls it back too low. His defense really isn't there that much. He's also a guy who uses his legs a lot for defense, right? He throws a lot of hooks. He's kind of like Orlando Salido, right? But he's not quite as advanced. In other words, whereas Orlando's off at the side, creating angles that are hard on an opponent, right? That's why Salido has a belt, right? Carson Jones is the guy who's a little bit too in front of you. So rather than have a situation where he's hitting you and you're having a problem finding him, with Carson Jones, he's hitting you and you're hitting him back, right? But I'll say this about Carson Jones, and I don't say it about everyone. He has swag. You know the personality type. He's the guy in the basketball game who comes off the bench and then moments later is trying to take it to the hole on LeBron James, right? This guy is the kind of guy who, if given an offer to fight prime Mike Tyson, would take the fight thinking that if he can just land one punch, he could win it, right? This guy has the attitude. He's not, he will fight you anywhere. I'm not surprised that he's willing to fight Kell Brook in the United Kingdom. Right now, all I'm saying is when this guy enters the ring, he won't be there for the payday. He will be there to try to beat Kell Brook. And he won't be there thinking survival. He's going to be thinking about roughing up Kell Brook because Carson Jones always believes that he's the fighter who deserves to win the fight. Attitude amounts for a lot. So what I'm expecting is Carson Jones to come in and to literally try to hunt down Kell Brook, right? It'll be interesting because the assumptions that most opponents have when fighting Kell Brook, the fact that Kell Brook is offensively gifted, the fact that they're going to have to get on their bicycle, they're going to have to get on their back foot, they're going to have to somehow survive a Kell Brook attack, they're going to have to be in defense mode, right? Those assumptions, which most of us would have, Carson Jones doesn't have. In Carson Jones's mind, Kell Brook has to adjust to him. This fight is a 10 out of 10 fight. Kell Brook might blow him out. But the bottom line is this. Kell Brook is going to have to fight back in this fight. right? He has the talent. He's going to be forced to use that talent. It could be a beautiful thing to watch. This could be one of the summer's, in fact, I think it might be the summer's best shootout. But I'm expecting a shootout here, and something has got to give rather than pick a winner. And I concede Brook is more talented. I think the better play here is just to take both guys by knockout, right? I think that the bullets are going to fly in this one. I don't think this is the Kell Brook Matthew Hatton fight. I think this is Kell Brook against a gunslinger who's going to come in and try to fire bullets. Somebody is going to get dropped in this one. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. I think stylistically this is a powder keg waiting to explode. This fight is 2 months away. I can't wait. Leave your comments for me here online. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Thanks for watching.